how it be how it is. We in it.
Here we go.
All right. So, one thing of important note. Pod, at the beginning of the campaign, was shown stealing a skull from the Church of Rest. The Church of Rest follows the goddess Ahraden, aka Ma, and he delivered this skull to one individual named Task. Task is a member of the Hypocrites, and the Hypocrites are a faction within the Church of Death. The party went on to discover that the Church of Death, that the teleportation circles, which the Church of Death controls as their function within society, is currently being finicky. The home city of Cairn, which is where Thylo, Anarian, and Pod are from, is currently closed. It's what they understand is that it's under lockdown. There's been riots, a bunch of really crazy shits going on over there. But that's not even where they are. They are in the city of Furinor, which is currently going through a festival. This massive bridge has just been completed. The bridge spanning maybe 6 to 8 horses across and many, many miles over the horizon towards the island city of Pardon. Many of the churches have gathered and function together as different functions of society. Pod and Anarian are closely integrated into the Church of Amiss, which is known for its shady dealings. Thylo, you have the bubble up. There's a magical force field. You're on a rocky beach, mostly small pebbles, overlooking. You're about 20-25 minutes away from the city. The party is gathered on the coast. At your backs is the massive mountainscape known as Farron's Pass. Eventually the beach ends into just sheer cliffs. Out into the ocean, you can see the Garden Reef, which is considered sacred and holy by the Church of Ahraden, where you know that your father had some theories about a ruined and an ancient civilization out there somewhere. And south of you being the city of Furinor. Just now, as the sun is setting, all these little fireworks are starting to pop up. What's the party up to?
We're picking up right where we left off. The bubble came up. I used my mold earth to make a bed for myself out of just the beach sand. I stood up and I looked at the party and I said, there's a lot of stuff we have to do and I have a plan. Now, before I kind of get into that plan, and I pulled the book out of one of my many, many pockets, and the quill just kind of appears and starts writing everything down in this book as I'm going. And before I get into this plan, I feel like I need to be, up front with you guys. My name is Thylo. The reason I'm at this festival at all is because, well, and then I pull my cloak back and I pull the cosmetics off of my ears to reveal they are long and pointy and not human ears at all. To the shock of, I'm sure, nobody. And I go, I'm actually an elf? And before you get mad at me, I didn't do it, and my dad didn't do it, okay? We actually helped. I wasn't alive, but my dad probably, I haven't asked. Listen, here's the deal. I was living with my dad in Cairn, and I was going to the Wizards College, and everything was going well, and I've learned so much. But then one day, my dad disappeared. Now, it's rough out there. He's an elf. He's very pokey. He wants to learn new things and try and push the boundaries on everything. And the Wizard College kind of shunned him, and nobody of any scholarship level thing really liked my dad. And then one day he stopped coming home, and it's been a while. And I came here to this festival because I thought maybe if there was any chance that my dad was going to come back, it would be at this festival. And I was here to find him, and I couldn't. But he did leave some research papers. It's in a notebook that's at my house, and I hope that the Church of Death actually comes through on their promise and delivers that notebook to me because he had ideas about the ruins out in the middle of this ocean and several other places on this land. And he thought they were all connected to the stars somehow. And I don't understand how any of that works. But if he's not here, then he's probably out there somewhere. And I'm going to go find him, whether you guys come with me or not.
I am always so impressed by how many words you can get out without breathing. It is truly an amazing ability. But
Thank you. I just go full red. More red than I already am.
I see no issue with helping with this, nor do I see any issue with you being an elf, Eshna?
No, I see no issue in either of those things. I've never personally had a problem with elves. My ears are slightly pointy themselves, so I do get the look sometimes pointed towards you guys. And we travel a lot ourselves, so always happy to have companionship along the road.
Is our telepathic connection still up, George?
Yeah, it was 2 hours long. So, yes. Wait. In
Okay.
2 hours?
It's
We haven't rested or anything yet, right?
It's
No, we haven't
right
rested.
on the cusp, is what I'll say. Also, George, we're getting a little bit of a latency thing from you. No worries.
Yes. I just noticed that it's still up. Up to
You're good.
Jeff.
Was that?
He said up to Jeff. That's me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you've got a little bit more time, maybe a minute and a half.
All right. Oh, we've got to go with him. Like, there's no way he'll survive on his own. He's gonna die for sure.
What? I don't want him to die. But
Right.
maybe
So we've got to help him.
we're gonna have to ask the church first because I was here for a job, so I mean, we have to go back and
Pod.
wait.
While you're talking, you look up. Just kind of glancing at the fireworks, kind of catching your eye. You have a very high passive perception. There's a crab on top of the bubble. Just little beady eyes looking down at it.
Oh, what was it talking about again?
We have to go with Philo.
Right. Yeah. Can't do that without the permission from our bosses. Go
Right.
talk to the church first.
That shouldn't be too difficult, really.
While
What
they're
is
having
what is going on?
this psychic
What are you looking at?
conversation.
I'm just staring at you two, waiting for an answer.
Yeah. We're all
Levy
like,
is just-
And now at this point, we're both looking
We're
up.
just like,
Oh,
I have not looked up. I'm still looking at you two.
how did you even get up there? You're not like slipping through.
Just perfectly centered. It's like all of its little legs are like flat, like it's trying to grip it like you would a basketball, but it's just like
Okay, now I look up and I see the crab. A mage hand.
Okay.
I just grab the crab
Okay.
and off the top of the dome and bring it inside.
I don't know if you can.
We'll
I don't
go
think a
come
crab.
inside.
I don't think the crab would be able to enter the bubble, even though you were
It would
holding
have
it
to
with
be
mage hand.
inside the bubble when it is created.
Oh yeah, 'tis alive.
So that means the mage hand is passing
Crab.
through
Oh,
and just
no.
being like, it's trying to attack the hand now.
Why
And
would
just
you do that?
I thought it would be able to come in. I've never had to use this spell before.
eventually, the
Well, I
mage hand
clearly
is
can't
actually
put the poor
destroyed
thing
by the
down.
crab, and it starts like I'm a bad bitch. It's
What
like
does it want?
trying to hit the bubble.
To fight.
Trying to square up now.
Okay, well, if I leave this bubble, the bubble goes away, and I don't want to spend another 11 minutes making out the bubble. Can somebody talk to this crab? I look over at Eshna.
Sure.
You're the thing. You're a druid.
I am indeed the thing. Let me see if I have talk with animals. I do. I'll cast speak with animals.
Hello.
Wow. Okay. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Kinda. I'm alright.
Okay.
About to fuck up this bubble.
That's gonna be very difficult for you to do.
I have a message.
Oh, okay. What is your message?
It's not for you.
I can give it to the person that you wish to give it to.
That's not how the spell works.
Okay. Who
I
is the
have been
message
tasked
for?
with the greatest of messages.
Mm-hmm.
Let me in.
Who is the message for? And I will send them out. You can't
The
come in.
weak-looking one with the glasses.
Hi.
He says that he can't leave.
I am a patient crab.
Okay, I'll look at Silo and I'll be like, he wants to talk to you and won't give me the message. Has to give it to you.
He asked for me by name?
Uh-huh.
Oh. You're well known in the crab community, are you?
See, that is Eshna's lying face. He clearly did not say your name.
Lavina.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna cast comprehend languages.
Doesn't work on crabs, but you can.
Are you
cast that.
sure?
Yes.
I guess that he doesn't really have a language.
Yeah.
Let's go, bitch, I'm ripped.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, well, I really didn't want to have to do the dome thing again.
I'm sorry.
But if this crab is not going to go away until I get a message from... Also, quick
Yeah.
question. Does anyone know how to receive a message from a crab that isn't a druid?
So there's a spell called Animal Messenger, and so someone has sent you this crab with a message specifically for you, and it can magically be given to you, but you need to try to go to the crab.
Well, I'm wildly intrigued.
Yeah.
I just walk out the bubble.
You walk out, the bubble falls, the bubble goes down, and immediately the crab goes like still, and then you hear make a wisdom saving throw, which you can choose to fail, but you could also resist it.
If I succeed, do I not get the message?
Correct. You would be familiar with Animal Messenger, so this is a you call.
Well, no, I'm gonna fail it then. I'm gonna let them.
You fail it. The crab goes absolutely still, kind of limp, and in your it's if it had pupils that were like humans, it would just like dilate like crazy, and then you hear in your head, real up close and personal, like as if Task picked up the crab and was really close to it when it spoke. Yes, this is Task, and I just wanted to let you know that your accoutrement, your gear has been delivered. This is Task, and then silence as the crab.
Let's go, bitch.
And it just starts trying to just rushes you.
It's
Yeah.
And what's your AC?
I'd like to kick the crab.
AC is 13.
Don't kick the crab.
It gets
I
one
want to
solid.
kick
It gets
No.
one solid grip of your boot.
I want to kick the crab.
as Lavina steps forward and punts it, and it goes, but the crab
ocean.
arm is still on your boot.
Oh.
And you hear it crack and splat against the cliff face.
You know I can hear them scream while I'm still communicating with them, correct, Lavina?
Valhalla!
You also know that I do not like any kind of animals. You should have seen this coming.
So you murdered them?
I could make a good soup out of that.
Still
I'm
can.
sure he is
I
so
don't
super
like
Grab-
busy.
equals I kill.
Over there.
Got it. All right.
I
We're the
grab the
crazy
one
ones, I
claw
guess.
off my
I
boot
did not raise
and I toss it to Pod.
Yeah.
A really big crab from the water. No, my boy! I'm kidding.
Crab soup.
Philo,
Hey,
I was
I-
actually curious. Can I see the thing you did to make your ears not pointy?
Whole
And
campaign's
I just
gonna be
kind of
like this.
brush my robes down and I go, our stuff is here. So I'm gonna go I'm gonna get my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anarian, did you want to come with me and get your? I could
Yeah,
also
I'll-
bring your stuff.
I'll go with you.
Is this part of your plan? That-
No, not at
Oh.
all.
Okay.
I was fully expecting to have to bribe the Church of Death to get my stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
Which, I mean, this does change the plan a little bit, but not in a bad way.
Good.
In a less fun way.
Philo.
Well, maybe.
Wait, your stuff's at the Church of Death?
Yes,
With
Again.
with Task?
presumably yes. I feel like
Right.
that was probably him talking.
Got it. Alright, so I might have betrayed Task the last time I talked with someone. On accident. It just felt it was necessary. So I just want to make you aware of that, just in case, you know, he might try to take revenge. But if I'm not there, then maybe not. Maybe he won't. But like, you know.
Philo. And each time
Does
she has said his
he-
name, she has gotten closer.
Does he know that you have done this?
I'm not really sure. I'm sure the first time we met earlier today, probably not. But like, we're pretty good at getting information. Tess has been around a while. Like, I can't imagine, even if he were to get caught off guard, that like he wouldn't be killed the first time around. But like, I don't know. I'm not sure. The answer's maybe. It's a big strong maybe.
Okay, so maybe you just stay here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go get the stuff.
Okay.
At this point, Levy is literally like a foot away, just staring at him.
And I turn to go walk towards the city, and I see her very close, and I just jump back. Hi.
Can I see the ear cuff thingy?
Sure. And it's just like modeling clay and Mod Podge. It's
I'm going to take my my kit that I can't think of the
Disguise
name
kit?
for. Yeah, and I want to make 4 replicas in total.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand, and I'm adding, and you can add your proficiency bonus.
What is my proficiency bonus? Oh,
Level 6, I want to say it's a +3. +3?
That
Okay.
is one
Oh, is
thing I'm kind of sad about in 5e.
Yeah.
They don't have crafting anymore.
Mm.
okay.
Crafting used to
so
be a skill.
I
Oh,
got
cool.
14, and my sleight of hand is +6, so 20.
You succeed in making all 4.
Nice. Thank you. And gives it right back. This way we have extras for the road, and if one of those got ruined, we'd be in a lot of trouble, don't you think?
Ben, you're a little Thilo, you're a little surprised. Like, she basically she is proficient with this.
Real quick,
This goes beyond
my
stage makeup.
headphones disconnected while she was speaking, so
Okay.
I do not know.
Are
what just
you
happened.
back with us now?
Yeah, I'm good now.
So she rolled really well and just sat down and right there made 4 copies essentially of what you have as she handed it back to you, with proficiency from her disguise kit. This goes beyond stage makeup.
Wow.
I figured if one of those get lost, or I don't know, if we got in a tussle and it popped off, it's good for us to have some extras on hand, don't you think?
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And I put them back on my ear, and then I just go. I'm still like just full blush. My face is fully red.
Went from orange person to just
Red.
just a burnt sunset vibe.
So she's gonna pat him on the arm, shoulder, whatever is closest, whether the back or the arm or the shoulder, and then look to Eshna. So, where are we off to? Because I am getting tired.
Yes, well, if you want to get your things, if we want to find an inn for the evening and meet in the morning or meet for other stuff tonight, I'm not sure what the plan is.
Oh, the plan. Yeah. Well, I guess I could just cover the plan now, and then we could go and get our stuff, and then meet back here at sunrise tomorrow.
Sunrise? Okay.
That works if you wish. We can walk and talk back into the town if you want.
I just kind of like look around nervously.
Real quick, Thylo, you look around nervously. You see that there is a cave nearby, kind of open, kind of a little bit of water, clearly formed through the beach sand coming out of the cave. You just clock that information.
Okay, there's no people or animals nearby.
Make a perception check. I'm sorry I interrupted you, but I was thinking of how to get that information out there, and you gave me the perfect little. Does he have a plan yet? He has many plans.
15 on the perception check.
15. Okay. You look down the coast a little bit, and you can see maybe like 10 sea lions just kind of chilling, being the adorable little beans that they are. Just the sea puppers. And inside the cave, you do hear a faint harmonica.
Interesting.
As if echoing from deep within the cave itself.
Okay. So that does not sit well with me.
Sure.
And I just kind of like come back and I'm like, okay, so I would rather not talk about the plan. I get that's quieter as I'm saying this. I'd rather not talk about the plan in front of people. So maybe walking back towards the city is not a great idea for discussing the plan. I'm also there's a cave over there. And can you? It sounds like somebody is playing really sad music inside. Like prison music?
What a way to describe music. Do we hear where it's coming from?
It's faint. Yeah, it's almost like a sad dirge.
Oh yeah. I've been in a lot of prisons. That's definitely prison music right there. Yeah.
Can we tell if it's coming from the cave? Or...
It's definitely coming from deep within the bowels of the cave. Any chance I can say the word bowels, I'll take it.
Deep recesses of the cave.
So I feel like maybe it's deep enough in the cave that I could talk about the plan, but we'd have to get pretty close, and I don't want to talk about it loud.
Okay, that's fine. Wherever you want.
Just kind of waiting for an affirmative from the whole party. Because Dilo's not the kind of person that's just going to act.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds good. to
makes
me.
sense.
Well,
Okay.
we'll get into the plan, but one thing before. What? So I've been doing your face wrong this whole time.
You've been doing my face?
Uh-oh.
And just the transform back into Thylo's face with the mustache.
What?
This
I
was
imagine-
wrong the whole time. You had ears. And just the ears start to like elongate a little bit to match the new elf ears.
Yes, but if we're gonna do the thing where you look like me with a mustache, I maybe don't do my elf ears.
Oh. But this is you.
Or the killing. Maybe
Well,
don't do the killings when using his face.
Oh, well, I would do that. I like transforming into people that
Look,
are my friends.
lady who kicks harmless creatures into their faces. I don't want to hear you chastising anybody.
You're comparing my kicking of a crab to killing of a child.
I mean, how was the crap?
The child was a threat to Thylo and us as a whole. The crab was an innocent creature that was just wandering around minding its own business.
Yes,
Would I
that's totally
preferred maybe not, murdering a child? Sure. However, you were showing blatant disregard for life as a whole. So, maybe you should also get off
Anarian.
your little high horse
Thanks, brother.
and
You
stand
are-
on
you
even
are a
ground
good
with the rest of
brother.
us.
You are a good brother. Siblings are always so interesting to me. I didn't grow up with any, so I find it interesting how you guys can have each other's back. It's quite admirable.
I don't know what any of you guys are talking about, and quite frankly, it's making me a little uncomfortable.
You didn't have siblings
The,
either.
the important
Aren't
thing is,
you most
Thylo,
of the
we're
time
going to
uncomfortable,
help.
Thylo?
We've got your back.
When was
Okay.
the last time that you were comfortable?
Ooh.
Last week when I was at home.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Now, I assume that my level of comfortable is probably different than other people's level of comfortable because, I probably sit at like a 5 or a 6 on the scale from 0 to 10 of discomfort. I'm probably constant like a 5 or a 6. So I was probably at a 5 at home, and that was nice.
Oh, darling,
Okay.
that's not normal.
If he was a
Well-
human,
well-
he'd die young, but he's an elf, so he's gonna just be eternally stressed. He's got a long life of gray hairs ahead of him.
Can we discuss this plan now?
Yes.
As the
please.
party walks? Because cave? No? Okay.
No, I don't want to be near. I don't want to be closer to the city. I just want to get bunched
Okay.
up.
I start huddling everyone closer to Thylo.
Levy is between Pod and Thylo and links arms and brings them all close.
Okay, maybe we don't need to be
I-
this close. Maybe just like a little
Narian
bit
is
of
outside of their little circle, but he's just kind of still in the circle because he's tall.
He's
But he's
looming in on
he's
the huddle.
not linking with anyone because
Esna
no
is
space.
putting one hand on Pod, and it's like a strong hand on Pod's shoulder.
And Thylo,
Okay.
just say it. What's the plan?
Narian's gonna eye Eshna and then look at her hand and then look back at her and just kind of raise an eyebrow maybe not,
Levy's face slowly comes into view.
and just kind of point at the necklace that put her to sleep last time.
I'll just-
stop.
I'll let my nails grow just a little bit.
I just assume that this is all just. Pod's being touched. They don't care.
Yeah.
Yay, part of the group.
Okay, so I think the first problem that we have is Inquisitor Maya. She has some type of it's like a dowsing compass, and I use minor illusion to just kind of bring it up and show people what it is, exactly what it is. And I don't know exactly how it works, but she seems to know where I am when I know where she is, which is the most bizarre way I've seen a dowsing instrument used. But regardless, as long as she has it, then I'm not entirely safe. And if I'm with you, then you're not entirely safe. So I think the first thing we need to do is get that compass from Inquisitor May. And I have a plan for this. Eshna and Anarian, you two are going to get the dowsing compass from Inquisitor Maya, and here's how I think it's going to work. Eshna, I'm going to magically alter you to look like one of the other Inquisitors that we saw at the Church of Rest when we were there, and then we're going to find Inquisitor Maya. I'm going to use the mind of my spell book, which she has already seen and talked to. She's not entirely the smartest person in the world. She thought it was some sort of weird ghost and tried to remove curse. It was interesting to watch, but I was not entirely focused on it. So we're going to draw her out with my spell book, and we're going to drag her down into an alleyway, and then you magically alter to look like another Inquisitor are going to follow her down this alleyway, claiming that you saw her pull out her dowsing compass and saw her chase somebody down into an alleyway, and now you're here to help. Unfortunately, you clearly see that there's no enemy here. There's no person there. It's just a specter of some sort, and it's clearly not the one that they're looking for, the dowsing compass. And you're going to convince her that her dowsing compass is broken and that you can look at it to fix it. And once she hands it off to you, Anarian, I've seen you fly before. Is this a thing you can just do?
My audio cut out for a second. What?
Are you able to just fly at will?
I can fly as long as I'm in dim light.
Okay, I imagine an alleyway would be
So if it's a dark enough alley, then sure.
It is also getting late.
Perfect. Perfect. Eshna, once you get the dowsing compass, you're gonna throw it into the air, and Anarian, while flying, is gonna catch it, and then get away. And then you, as a druid, is it true that you guys can just turn into animals?
Yes.
Okay, scratch that whole plan. You're gonna turn into a dragon.
Oh, I can't do that.
Okay, we're back to the same plan. You're gonna turn into some sort of animal that can get away from her after you've thrown the dowsing compass.
Okay.
And then you guys are just gonna get away.
Well, what
Okay,
if Levine is not coming with us then?
I have an idea. I have another plan for them. Because while you two are doing that, we have another thing that we have to take care of. And maybe this weird revenge thing that you had going on, Pod, is going to mess with this, but I certainly hope that he doesn't know about it. The problem is that you are kind of wanted. You're a wanted person by the Church of Rest right now, and we can't really have that. Plus, we need some things from the Church of Rest. So what I think you and Levy are going to do are you're going to go to the Church of Death, and Pod, you're going to use whatever history you have with Task to distract Task long enough for Levy to convince that little girl that we saw the last time to show you to that room with the strange stone head on it. She almost told you everything about it last time, and I think that you could probably have a good connection with her and get her to show you that stone head. Now, when you get into that room, I need you to make sure the door behind you doesn't close or lock. And Pod, I know you're good at sneaking stuff. I need you to steal the head.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Is everyone on board?
Back into the church. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone okay with the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can make it work.
I say we go get our stuff from the Church of Death tonight, and then we come back. We get rest and get ready for this plan tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning, as the sun is coming up, we're gonna meet back here, right here, and we're gonna do this.
Sounds like a good plan, Tyler.
Wait.
I'm just saying, all this could have been avoided if we just stole the compass thingy when I said we should have. But yes.
Anarian?
So we're not taking advantage of the evening.
There's definitely an art to taking things. Sometimes you got to take things and then store somewhere else in order to then take them again later. It's very. Don't worry, I'll help you. I'll show you how to steal stuff properly. It's all right.
Oh, if you guys have a different idea for the plan, I need to know it now.
It would be better to. It would be easier to get away under the cover of darkness if I'm going to fly away with a compass.
Well, couldn't I just turn you invisible?
Well, if you could do, well, you should have said that in the beginning. Could you? I'm sure.
You could do that. I mean, yes, I did that all the time. We tried to take stuff from the pantry in the academy.
All right,
Yeah, I can just turn you invisible.
Then let's get this bread.
Right.
Mind you, if that's the case, I won't be able to do anything to help until I have the egg, or it will just disappear and I'll be visible again. So
That's all right. I can handle it.
That's exactly why I'm sending you two to do this, because I have this weird knack of knowing when people can beat me up. And I'll be honest with you, it's everybody here right now. But like I get it the strongest from you two.
Pod, stop shaking your head.
Why am I imagining
welcome.
Thylo and Pod's fight just the...
Stop it. Stop.
except with Thylo, it's just mage hands.
And with God, it's the Swiss Army knife of arcane cutlery.
We go to fight, we both pull out Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Let's do this!
Okay. So the party.
I'm going to get my stuff.
Yeah.
Great. We are going to go to an inn and get some rest, Levy. you
Were
want?
we doing the plan first and then rest, or rest?
I
and
cannot turn into an animal right now, so
Yeah, I could use some rest.
yeah.
Pod's just bleeding out.
Oh yeah, Pod's real low on HP.
Yeah.
I have 1 HP.
Ah.
So I think making our way back through town and finding a place to stay for the night.
Yes, I actually saw a place that seemed to be
Oh.
really happening with all the lights and very joyful people. I think that place will be great.
Great. Sounds wonderful.
Okay. So, the party needs a rest first. They begin making their way back into the city of Furinor. As the sun has set, by the time you're there, a lot of the fireworks, a lot of beautiful lanterns are going out. This is the part where the party learns that various houses, various living situations of different buildings, depending on what family, if they serve one of the 12 of the Pantheon, they will hang an according light lantern outside their door to signify that. Well, the party already knows that. It's just players. That's something I'm letting you guys know right now.
Thanks.
You guys make your way to Sweetfire. This bustling little inn kind of near the tucked up by the gate that is exiting out towards the beach and the port itself. Again, you see the massive warship, biggest warship you've ever seen, kind of docked a little ways outside so that people would have to row in, just because it's too big of a ship to actually bring into the docks itself. And of course you see the big ass bridge now doing fun firework displays where from over the horizon a bunch of fireworks along the bridge go all the way to the port, and then a huge firework display happening.
Cool.
You also notice that the boat itself has pulled up anchor and has begun moving farther away along the bridge line. You make your way into the Sweet Fire. Very busy, high energy. There's a halfling kind of doing like a tumble throughout the crowd and putting his hat out every now and then and picking up a few tips. There's no music right now, but you can see this big portly half-orc kind of going around looking very proprietorial, like he probably owns the place, and he's checking up on everybody and doing that like kind of over friendly, like people are just trying to eat and he wants to like fully talk to them and stuff like that and get their vibe, and doesn't seem nefarious or anything like that. He just is very outgoing and kind of just being the most. You've got a few dragonborn in one corner. Notably, you see 2 humans who have the regalia of House Thorn. They're currently playing chess by the fire. One has a floating sword on, like, essentially they have it sheathed on their back, but it's floating like an inch off of their body. The other one has this small buckler of a stone shield that they're currently using as an ashtray. There's a little ashtray on the shield, and he just and puts it back down and then moves a chess piece. Some people off in a more shadier corner are playing the knife between the finger game, where they're moving really fast and seeing who can beat the other. What do you guys do? High energy, very full room.
On the way in, one of the barrels that are scattered kind of on the outside of it.
Sure.
Can I either stealth or sleight of hand to sneakily put something in it, or do you just want to just thematically do it?
I'm gonna say that you can time it so that the roll isn't too bad, but you will have to sleight of hand this thing as you kind of sneak by the barrel. You're kind of looking around, trying to get it, because it's a very packed city, a lot of festivities going on, just a lot of eyes.
Okay, 20 sleight of hand.
25?
25.
Damn, yeah, what you trying to pull off?
Just a real quick lift the barrel top off, and underneath is like a series of nails.
Okay.
On the outside of it, and just a small purple pouch comes out and slips around it, closes it. Pod just walks inside.
Okay. Very good. Party enters.
So, have we just went here first before getting our stuff from the Church of Death?
If you two want to go off to the Church of Death, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, I assumed
Thylo
they were
and
gonna go.
that's Thylo and
Arian.
Levi?
Anarian.
Anarian, sorry.
Arian.
I've been paying attention.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Thylo and Arian, roll D100s for me real quick. And then we're actually going to go to Ashna, Levy, and Pod and do a little bit of their thing at the tavern.
Are we getting a room?
That's up to y'all, assumedly.
We're getting a room. I don't know what Pod's doing.
27.
No, I've got plenty of
27
prisons to get into.
And a 16 on D100s. Okay. Interesting.
I don't like
Right?
that.
That's how this works?
Yep, them some low numbers. Okay. Thylo and Anarian moving throughout the crowd. Lavina, Eshna, and Pod.
Ashna's gonna locate the who did you say was running it? He's talking to
He's a
people?
half orc, kind of lorg, kind of rotund, big apron.
I'll come. Apron but he's in charge.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna get you so I can talk. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, miss.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. Welcome to Sweet Fire.
Oh, thank you. So we are looking to get a room for the evening, and we'd also like some dinner to possibly be sent up to the room if possible.
Of course. Are you looking for some of the nicer rooms, or are you on a budget?
Well, we'll take one of the nicer rooms.
Oh, well, that'll be a gold each.
Not a problem. I'll hand over 2 gold.
Very good, very good. I'll have some wine sent up for you as well. On me, don't
thank
worry
you.
about it. What's your name?
Oh, I am Eshna, and this is
Eshna.
Lavina.
As she
Lavina.
turns to go, this is Lavina. Lavina is gone, and she had dragged Pod with her.
He kind of goes,
And plus
It's
one,
all
I
right.
assume, it hands
Yes.
you 2 keys.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful. I guess we will be down here for a little while, and we will head up to our room later.
Very good, very good. If there's anything you need, do you still want the food brought up to the common room?
Sure. And what is your name?
Hobby. At your service.
Wonderful to meet you. Hobby?
Hobby. Yes, yes.
Hobby. Okay, wonderful. Thank you kindly.
Neat.
I'm gonna turn around and wander around until I find Levy and Pod.
Okay, Levy, where are you taking Pod? What are we doing?
Levy had linked arms with Pod immediately and went, watch this. This is how you get your food, drinks, and room paid for, just like that.
Okay.
And she goes over to the sketchy table
Okay.
where they're doing the knife game.
Hi.
Hello. So what are we playing over here?
We're playing Quick Blade.
Quick
And one of the other one
Wow.
looks up at you and does like a double take and then stabs himself in the thumb. Goes.
Oh,
And he goes.
goodness.
And he takes the other one takes the earnings and goes.
Care to dance with the blades?
And he's like twirling like switchblade style around in his hands.
Well, I actually would be very interested, but
Oh.
how about we make this interesting as a whole?
Okay.
You pay for my drinks, my room, and my dinner, and I can guarantee I can beat every single one of you.
There's 3 of us.
The third one is
Every
just.
single one of you.
and
Those
he
who
like
are
nudges
conscious,
him.
of course. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
And if I lose, I will either pay for your drinks, pay for your food. Maybe we can barter something else. I make fine jewelry that sell for high prices, but I don't know if that's something you're interested in.
It might be. Pod, you hear him say, as he says it might be, he sends out a questioning coded message in Thieves' Cant.
What does it say?
You don't know, Lavina. You don't speak Thieves' Cant. Pod,
do.
however, does. You do?
Mm-hmm.
You.
Wait, are you rogue?
The two of you have a moment where you maybe that you both realize you both speak Thieves' Cant as the conversation continues. But basically, he's saying in Thieves' Cant he is interested in if anything needs fencing. He's assuming that the gems you have made were stolen. And he goes, yes, well, have a seat then. I like this. Do you like this? The odds are pretty good. There's 3 of us. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
As
up.
Echna finds where she is and stuff like that, she's gonna examine the situation, take her head. She's gonna walk by and she's just going to lightly bump into Levy and be like, oh, pardon me. And I'm gonna go sit down and I've cast guidance on her.
Okay, I like it. All right. Pod, anything you want to say or do?
I was told that I was supposed to watch.
I am going to make sure that I am positioned on like another side of them so that I can see whatever it is they're playing so I
Okay.
can report it to Levy.
Sure thing. Okay.
How we gonna do
The
this?
second one gets up and gets out of the seats that you can sit down across from the leader of this little trio, the one you've been talking to, as he's switching his switchblades around and goes, you first or me?
Well, how about you, just to make sure I understand the full concept of how you guys plays. You know, house
Very
rules
good.
and all.
He throws it up, catches it while keeping eye contact with you, and succeeds. And then he hands it off to his buddy. Go ahead.
Question. Am I able to, in the back of their minds, connect with them and just give them a real dirty thought to throw them off for a minute?
I was also gonna say Levy wants to kind of like lean forward and like, be very seductive.
Okay.
As she leaned forward, in his head, he hears, "You should totally look at her tits."
I believe I make a wisdom save for the mind games. No? Okay.
No. He just hears it. It's just a voice.
He just immediately I
want to do it while
he's going.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna reroll then.
Yeah. Disadvantage, boy.
He fails.
Yeah.
And he jabs like the meaty part in between his thumb, and like all this important sensitive goodness, and he goes, "Fuck!" Starts looking around. He's gonna make a.
Oh goodness, are you okay?
I'm fine. Hands it over to you.
Oh, my turn.
Starts binding his hand and starts looking around. His eyes kind of clock Pod.
To kind of like try and distract him. Okay, so do I also have to do the flip thing, or is it just the between the fingers thing?
Just don't stab yourself in the thumb and you should be fine.
All right, so what am I rolling?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
And you have guidance.
A
D4.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
25 total.
25 with precision. How do you want to do this?
She is going to basically, I can't do it because I'm not that skilled, but flip the dagger between her fingers and then flip it up and then grab it and immediately go into it. Very like flamboyant and flary.
Nice. The other two are just kind of. And the one that like stops mid bind of the hand and goes,
"That was rather fun. Who's next?"
Well,
points it to the other two.
Already lost, unfortunately. But hey, good game.
Good game.
Good game.
I would shake your hand, but I don't want to hurt you.
Yes.
Good game.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Let's get your drinks sorted, huh? And he kind of looks to the one who was sleeping, goes, "Get them taken care of." And he goes, "Okay, boss." And he gets up. "Come on."
Thanks, boss. And goes with them.
"What's your name? You're really pretty."
Oh gosh, thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Levy.
Oh, I'm Pod. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi. Wow, you're really pretty too.
Right?
I know.
And he I'm Sonnen.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Sonnen.
And
So
he
I
starts
do believe
taking
it
the order.
was-
Go ahead.
Our tab for the entire night, including room, food, and drinks.
Okay. He pulls out this purse. Apparently he's like the muscle of the group, and so he's got the coin purse. He's got the group loot, the party loot, if you will. And he goes up to the bartender, who's this kind of wiry, thin, lizard folk, and the lizard folk kind of looks over, and he goes, "Whatever they're getting, 2 rooms as well, and food, and
drinks.
stuff, and drinks. Okay, Eshna, you watch as that group of 3 walks off. Pod, Levy, and Big Boy. The facade drops from the leader, and he says something under his breath to the second one, and the second one like starts looking around and then nods, and he fades back and starts kind of circling the room, looking around. And then you watch as he casts a spell, and a illusion of him like detaches from him and returns and sits by the leader and pretends to be sleeping while he himself I
thought the leader was leaving. So is he sitting by the leader, or is he walking out?
This is the second one. The one the leader stayed seated. This is the one that hasn't spoken to you guys yet. Sends out an image, and the image goes back to the leader and pretends to be sleeping, while he himself takes the hide action. And you watch as he kind of looks around, and then just one arm lifts himself up into the rafters and is gone from sight.
I'm going to cast Flock of Familiars, and I'm just going to have 3 little rats kind of come out from behind me, so they're not drawing attention, and I'm going to send them up into the rafters and to scatter.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make my way over to Levy.
Okay.
I was going to be like, just so you two are aware.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, that's wonderful. I pop into Levy's head. There's a man in the rafters from that group that you just played.
So you come here often, or?
Not too often, no. We're new to the area, here to check out the festivities. I've sent some familiars up there to...
Oh, that's cool. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
I feel like a dick, but he's not able to tell you're having a mental conversation.
So, after the first interruption, I want to say Levy is still listening, but she's going to go, Sonin, right? Sonin,
yes.
Sonin, there's finally some music playing. How about you and I have a dance?
Oh, I'm not good at dancing.
Oh, come on. It's just moving about with the music. I can guide you.
Okay.
As she's talking to Sonin, I'm relaying the same information to Pod.
Okay. Roll performance. I almost called you Brady. Lavina.
It's Brady, just a different font. No.
Oh, no. Okay.
I got a 16.
I got a 3.
Oh no.
Eventually, he gets real embarrassed, and just halfway through the dance, he goes, "I'm sorry," and you see him leave, and he bolts outside. And as he does like a on the door frame, and the leader like hears the knock, looks up, and gets up and quickly leaves.
What about the second guy?
The illusion gets up and leaves. And it's about that time when you realize Sonin absolutely took your purse.
I would arguably say Levy's not allowed to carry anything, so he
Well, what do you have on you?
He got her some of her supplies for
He's got your disguise kit.
That's fair. Levy's going after him.
Okay.
Immediately, no hesitation.
You kind of have a moment, and he's gone when you realize what's happened, and in Pod you watch, and Ashna watches. She bolts for the door and looks around. Make a perception check, Levy.
I quickly pop into her head. What's the matter?
Oh shit.
Oh. Language.
Perception. I only got 15.
15? You don't see him. It's a crowd.
She's gonna yell at the top of her lungs.
Oh no.
Let me just say this once. If you do not return the stuff you stole from me, Sonin, and starts describing them based on appearance, all 3 of them, then there will be hell to pay. If you thought my knife skills were good then, imagine what it'll be like up close and personal.
Pardon me? Look over. And one of the members, one of the nobility of House Thorn, very regal looking. This is the one that has the sword floating on his back. You need some help?
Yes. Did you see the 3 gentlemen earlier that I was interacting with?
I only had eyes for you, I'm afraid.
Well, and she's gonna pretend to be very bashful.
Sure.
Oh gosh, thank you, but this is very serious right now. They stole my belongings.
You hear that? And the sword goes bendy. Go find him. We'll have it taken care of, miss. And he
That
goes
is a cool
back to his
trick.
chess game. Just turns his back on you and walks away.
Eshna into Levy's head goes, now why can't you like those ones? I like that one.
Then you can date him.
No. You go.
Pod, what are you up to? You've been quiet.
Pod was told to sit and watch and get free room and board, and they still kind of feel like this is part of the process.
Okay, you get handed a key and and like half a chicken, like a big roasted, heavily spiced chicken, probably too much spice. But it's good fare for what you've had so far at this festival.
I didn't do anything. What? He tries to hand the key back to the barkeep.
Oh, no, Pod, honey, that's for us.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Oh, no, Levy did it for all of us.
Oh,
Remember?
oh, right. Like the one time that I did a thing for Thilo. Right.
No, different.
Doing things for friends. This makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
All right, thanks. Just pocket I can use this and give it to my brother.
Eshna. Oh, sorry, Lavina, you're doing this. Do you need to say something?
Yeah, trying to get Eshna to communicate
Yep,
with me.
I'm here.
Should I follow the sword? I feel like I should follow the sword. Clearly they're up to no good. And I want to relay what I heard earlier in Thieves' Cant to her now.
Interesting. Well, unfortunately, I'm getting a little bit drained for tonight. I feel like, seeing as he's gone back to his chess game, the sword will either locate them for us or handle it itself.
Yes, but I can't really go to bed because they might have also taken my disguise kit.
Ah! Yes, we will go after them now.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. Why didn't you start with that?
Eshna, 2 things. 1, you also have a disguise kit. And B, you watch the one that's up in the rafters.
Yeah,
just
checking on the
shimmying, through the rats, just kind of shimmying his way along the roof, along the rafters of the ceiling, trying to essentially make a stealthed escape. Doesn't feel like he's in any rush.
Okay.
But because he doesn't know he's been spied, he's quite confident that he can take his time and make his way to another floor, maybe an exit through a window or something of the like. And the whole time there's little rats just following him.
Great. Ashna, like, the immediate reaction of, shoot, she lost her disguise kit, one of the most important things to her, sits back down going, like, oh, Levy, wait. First off, you're welcome to use mine. Second off, there's still a man in the rafters slowly trying to move away.
Ah.
Maybe
Okay.
a little more immediate for us to deal with.
Well, the odds of him going where his friends went are pretty high, so why don't we just wait
True.
for him to go
True.
and then follow
Would
him?
Would you like to get a drink and I will keep an eye on my rats?
Yes, I think I want to gain some energy for kicking those guys' asses, because now I'm pissed.
Are you two alright? You're just kind of staring at each other a little bit.
We're
She's
wonderful,
mad at
Pod,
me
thank
that-
you.
Pod has made
Yeah.
their way to the door and just like looking back and forth at you two.
She's angry with me because I played with knives again. You know, it's one of those looks.
That's
Roll deception versus Pod's insight.
Oh, crap. I don't think
I told Pod there was a dude in the rafter.
That's fine. It's the playing with
Oh,
knives
my
bit. It
I'll-
could
I'll
be
deal
your
with him
passive
shortly.
pod. It could be a roll.
My
Yeah.
deception's good, but my roll was very crappy. 9.
9.
Yeah, you definitely lied to me, but whatever. Pod's used to this by now. People lie to him all the time.
Aw,
I like you, man. You lie a lot.
Pod gets a lot of information all the time with high insight and high perception, and just does nothing with that information. Just a lot of information
Just
coming in.
learns about people.
Huh. All right. Well, what you gonna do then? I'm probably gonna go. Do you want me to go handle that one over there?
Well, and
Is this
she's
a problem
gonna-
I can resolve?
She's gonna bring Pod close because, you know, it's not uncommon
Aw.
for her to latch onto Pod. So we're thinking that we're gonna wait until he goes to leave and then follow him because he might go where his friends went and they took my stuff.
Okay.
Would you like to join us for that?
Can I go to sleep now?
Oh,
Not really. I'm very tired. I don't know if I told you. I died 4 times about an hour ago.
oh, darling, I was thinking
still
you were
very
looking a little
tired.
pale. Okay,
There
yes,
was a lot
go to
of
sleep.
loss and we're all just drinking and it's everywhere and I'm very so kind of want to sleep right now.
Yes, go to sleep. Your room is taken care of. It should be one of the nicer
Okay.
ones. So,
It's good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
sweet dreams.
Can you just give this key to my brother when they get here?
I don't know if he'll accept it from me, but yes.
Just tell him it's for me. I can get my own room. It's fine.
No, use the one I
I
got
don't-
you. That's what I got.
No, I don't like sleeping in the inn anyways. It's too easy for people to get in and out of the inn. It's a lot safer in the jail cells.
You're
I'm
going.
gonna trust you for handling that pod, but okay.
Yeah, it's where I normally sleep. Yeah.
How do
Do
you
they-
how?
Yeah.
Oh, you just get in there. One of this. There's always lots of free ones. You just kind of walk in. If there's not, you find a nice cuddle buddy. They are normally pretty sad in there, so it's pretty nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
It's all right.
Pod the freeloading prison bitch? Is that what I'm getting? Is that what
Not
I'm hearing?
prison bitch.
We're going to break. It's about time we take the break anyway. We will resolve this, but we'll pick up with Thylo and Anarian right after break. Chat will be right back. We return. I switched to music. Should have done that a while ago. All right. Anarian, Thylo, you guys are trekking through the very crowded city streets of Furinor. First and foremost, talk of the crowd. What was essentially the jousting tournament. At the beginning, there was a bunch of hullabaloo. There was a bunch of jargon, and everyone waxed eloquent on the fact that House Thorn on the mainland side was the victor of the bridge competition between the two sides of House Thorn that was building towards each other. This bridge officially has 15 massive keeps, massive castles, all along the length of the bridge between Pardon and Furinor. It's that big. With the mainland side just getting the advantage, having more keeps than the other. And so that side of the family name gets to assign a new lord, the new lord of the bridge. They have control over who that gets to be. The only other thing that was the two other things of note as you're walking through the crowd, the jousting really showed off an interesting factor of the nobility, and it was one individual got absolutely run through with the lance for the jousting tournament, and the guy just looked down after once he galloped past, looked down and just pulled it out himself, and it was eerie, kind of off-putting for the common man, for the commoner, the common folk, as it immediately just healed. Other thing of import is that mid-speech, the boat, the giant warship off in the docks, just started taking off, and House Thorn, the announcer, the dude who was waxing eloquent with Monarch Christia, both like stumbled as if they were surprised that happened. And there's all sorts of theories going around as to what's going on with that. That was the...
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, what boat was that?
There was a massive warship by the dock within visibility of the jousting tournament. It pulled anchor and left and began leaving. That boat belongs to House Sirom.
Okay.
Can you say that name again?
Sirom. Sigromn.
Yeah, I spelled that wrong.
That's fair.
Okay.
I love that you just know if I'm asking for it again, it means I need it spelled out.
Anarian and Thylo are in the process of making their way to the Church of Death. What do you guys do?
Continue walking to the Church of Death.
Sure.
Do we arrive at the Church of Death?
Yes. As you round the corner on the cobblestone road, you are surprised by the amount of Tempestas soldiers. Church of the Stormfather, the Church of Strive. Basically, just forming a perimeter around the church, not stopping people from going in and out or anything like that, but they've basically, another church has basically occupied this Church of Death.
Do we recognize this church? Like the Church
of the Stormfather is arguably the most powerful church. They're not the dominant church in Furinor, but they certainly are in Cairn, and they certainly are in the island city of Pardon on the other side of the bridge.
How do I feel about the Church of Tempestas since I'm from Cairn?
I don't know. That's up to you.
Just whatever. Like, do they do dumb shit? Do they like? Are they bad? Do I hate?
Make a history check.
When you say powerful, where does their power derive from? Just
Their
like
power
the biggest, the
derives
most following, or
their power derives from being the biggest in following, but also the strongest in inquisitors. They get the most work done on this side of the map, at least.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20
history check.
They have the nicest churches. They have the strongest inquisitors. They are, frankly, as a whole, seen as lawful good.
Okay.
Wait. Not, it can't be lawful because it's Tempestus.
Right. They can't gotta be chaotic.
They have to be chaotic. Oh, they can't be neutral.
They cannot be neutral by any regard. If you want to be a follower of the Stormfather, you can't be neutral good. You can't be lawful neutral, etc. True neutral, especially.
That's right. They have to be at one end of the spectrum or the other.
You have to be an individual of extremes.
So it's called the Church of Tempest, but they follow the Stormfather?
The god has many names. Stormfather is colloquial. Tempestas is the god's actual name.
Okay, so they're the same though.
Yeah,
I was thinking these were two different.
And it's the aspect of striving to reach.
So, okay, all I'm asking is, like, Thylo wouldn't be... I mean, other than just like, oh, it's weird to see a church occupying another church, he wouldn't be, like, scared that he sees Tempestas. He wouldn't immediately suspect, like, foul play from them.
From the Church of the Stormfather, not so much.
Okay. That's all.
This is likely reactionary to the shenanigans from last episode.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I was asking. But, like, would Thylo not trust the church that's currently there? But
it's kind of a
so
you
there's
call, but
well, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, that's fair. Fizbin from last campaign, George's character, was the High Inquisitor.
Yeah.
And then Thranduin.
So I slowed down my pace just a little bit in seeing the weird stuff happening, and I kind of lean over to Anarian and I go, have you ever worked with the Church of Tempestas before?
Once or twice, but it's all been, professional, and this shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. So maybe you take the lead on this one?
Anarian, sorry, you have special insight being a cleric. While they're seen as lawful good, they work very hard to be seen as lawful good. And you know that they also attract some very evil folk. And they are not afraid to get their hands dirty as well.
It's kind of understood of all the churches.
True.
And we're just here to get our stuff, right?
Yep. And maybe the Stonehead later, I believe.
That's not
not right now.
Okay. All right. You kind of one of the Inquisitors looks over and sees Anarian, doesn't really notice Thylo, just kind of nods his head at Anarian and gestures that you can pass, and you walk in, and you see a young man who's just very nervous at his desk where Task was when you first walked in, and just kind of looking, and this really tall tentacle-y individual, very amphibious race of some kind with long
Pirates of the Caribbean
hair. Kinda.
Jones, what?
Not so much Lich Cthulhu-y as it is just their hair is tentacles.
Medusa.
Yeah, it's kinda. Just very. It looks like she's been grilling this poor lad. Where is Task? Again, ma'am, I don't have any answers for you. He was here earlier today, and then once word started getting around about a skull, we were looking for him, and he just kind of disappeared. We don't know anything about the skull either. Please, you must understand that we don't have, I don't know how to help you. If you have been useless. I hope you realize that. I hope you realize that you're a sad little child. Anyway, you can go.
Oh, come now. He's at the desk. He can't expect him to have all the answers for you.
Quite right. Who are you?
I'm here for delivery.
And do you have answers for me?
Look towards... No. I'm afraid I'd be just as useless as that little boy. Do you have our things from Khan?
Yeah, if you could just follow me. Kind of hops down and quickly starts making his way to the back. Best
of luck on whatever you're searching for.
Thank you. You walk to a back room, and he's just like, "Thank you kindly."
So what's that about?
I don't know. I just work here, man.
Hey, deep
Hi.
breaths. It's okay. It's all right. We're not with them.
Right.
We're with you right now.
Right. Sorry. And he looks at this shelf area and starts pulling some bundles down and starts handing you all your stuff. It's a lot of stuff because it's a lot of notes. It's like 50 books worth of notes, and you realize that Philo, they just straight up like low-key sacked your house and sent all your shit, because while they had a lot of information, they kind of went above and beyond with, like, I don't know, they said dad notes, and dad notes is all of this, I guess. And so pretty much your whole setup is here and then some.
Well, I better to be over prepared than under prepared, I suppose. And I cast Tensor's floating disc
Okay.
and just start piling shit onto the disc.
Okay. He kind of helps.
Start like also just grabbing stacks of books after grabbing my own things. You wouldn't happen to have a bag of holding you could lend us?
Roll persuasion.
That is a dirty 20.
The party gets a free magic item. He goes, yeah, of course. And
That was gonna be the first thing I try to get this
He's-
campaign.
he scurries away, and you guys are alone in this kind of side hall. You can hear people moving around in this room. You can hear people moving around in the side hall that is right outside the door, which is open.
What else is in
We're
this
not
room?
alone by the skull, are we?
You don't see the skull anywhere.
Or like
But
whatever the thing was.
That would be across the hall. Other things
It's
in
a
this
very
room.
busy hall.
This room particularly, there's a lot of like leather bound bundles and chests, coming and goings of essentially mail through the church, that is disrupted by Cairn, and so they're getting overflow. And so it's just kind of a disorganized mess in here. Excuse me.
The hall is just super busy.
The hall is not crazy busy, but you are getting a lot of random people walking through. Randomly timed. It's doable, but it's also failable.
I look at Anarian, and then I just look across the hall at the door with the head in it.
Now?
It's right there.
But they also know that we're the only ones here. So when it's missing, they'll put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, but who's gonna know that? If the Church of Tempestos wanted the head, they would already been in there getting the head.
I seem to have miscommunicated. So the skull, which Pod stole, is with Task and gone to the wind.
Right.
Yeah,
And that
the
belongs
stone
to
head
Drayton.
is in the other room.
The stone head. Okay, yeah. The
Yeah.
Church of Tempestos is not here for the stone head.
I don't think Thylo even knows
Oh, okay.
what Pod did.
No worries. Just making sure that the party is caught up, or the players
Yeah.
are caught up.
Yeah, no one knows about the skull.
It's 5-figure discount time. So what do you
Is
do?
the door open?
The
to the other
door, the door from between you guys and the hall is open. The door between the hall and into that room that you know where the stone head is closed.
Okay, so here's
That's not-
here's a fun thing. My mage hand, I have the telekinetic feat, so I get to do it without somatic or verbal components, and it's invisible.
Okay.
I'm just going to very casually just try to open the door with the mage hand.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to look at the door. I'm just going to turn around and look at Anarian and just think about the hand opening
Your
the
hand.
door. I'm not going to try to
the
unlock
invisible
it.
mage hand goes across.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Grabs the
Don't look at me like that.
grabs the latch. Click.
It's open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just open it a little bit. Not enough to really be noticed. I mean, they're opening the door for us.
This was meant to be.
Perhaps it's the will of the gods. All right, fine.
Yeah, it was the gods.
The two of you have that comedic moment where both heads peek out from the wall and look both ways and then scurry across the hall when the timing is right. And you're in.
What else do we see?
Okay, so you walk into this room. It's clearly pocket dimension-y because this room is huge. Really high ceilings, ladders on wheels back and forth, thousands of stone heads. And in the back, a massive safe vault-looking door.
All of the stone heads are the same?
No, various individuals, and in Celestial, you can see various names and references. You can see a desk by the vault door, all the way on the other end of the hall.
Guess who
Of the
speaks
crypt.
Celestial?
Nice. Where you can see references where there's a massive book and all the information for which head is what and who and why and all that is in the book. You can see a dude just sleeping. What did I name the girl? What did I name the
I was gonna ask you because that's the only name I didn't write down last week.
Did I write it down?
I think I want to say like Maribel.
It might have been Marianne. We're going with Marianne. Do what I want. My world. Alter. Marianne is asleep. You can see the little cup of tea that she had has gone cold, and her inkwell has kind of spilt over the side, and she has a little feather thing in her hand, and she's doing the little faint snoring, just... Her glasses are all skewed sideways. Everyone's been getting super overworked by this festival, and now with the added pressure, she just kind of clocked out. Fell asleep trying to get her work done. Marianne, writing it down.
Marianne, got it. Well, I am just fully taken aback by all the heads.
Okay.
And I see the book at the end of the hall. Is that where Marianne is, just sitting by the book? Is the book like, how big is it?
It's huge.
Massive, huge book. Great,
Huge
love
book.
that. Okay. I want to kind of like read some of the names nearest to me. Do any of them like strike me as?
the First.
None of them stand out.
Junior.
I don't recognize any of the names or anything.
Not off of a glance.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the book.
You approach the book. Roll stealth.
Jesus Christ.
Basically, if you roll real low, she's gonna wake up.
Yeah. Oh, my stealth's not that. Oh, I'm an elf. I have high dex. Okay. That is a 19.
Okay. You get all the way across the hall to the book. Anarian, you hear footsteps walk past the hall and keep going.
So I was gonna speed read that front page.
Sure.
What's right in front of me?
It's a list of names, how they are affiliated, where they can be found on the shelves, and a brief one-sentence bio.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my spell book, open it to an empty page, and just have the quill start going.
Just starts transcripting.
Yeah.
You hear it go.
And I'm
No, I want sugar with my tea.
and I just kind of look back at Anarian, and I'm like, I don't know if I can leave.
What do you mean you don't know if you can leave?
There's so much information here.
I found his kryptonite. Knowledge.
Okay, while the quill is writing, I'm gonna start like really closely inspecting any of the heads that are near me on this side.
Okay.
And I'm just looking for any name that like stands out to me. Like, do I recognize any of these names in any way from all of the books I've read and all that?
Were you the one that rolled the 27 or the 16?
I rolled 27.
27? You don't find any of the heads that you recognize, but you do find one head, kind of behind another head, that looks like it was in pain. All the other heads have been very composed and very calm and almost serene or austere, respectively. This one in the back is like...
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that one.
Okay, you grab the head.
Mage hand.
It does not have a name tag in front of it.
That's the most interesting. Mage hand grab, and then just kind of like hold it to my body.
You just have a head
under the cloak.
The second it comes into contact with the actual person, danger, Will Robinson. Your hood whispers into your ear. Your magic hood.
That's only for you to hear, right? That doesn't...
Correct.
Yeah, it's a whisper.
While he's doing that, I would like to be casting mending on the hinges of the door so they don't squeak when we try to leave.
Okay. Nice. You succeed in doing so.
So I hear the whisper, and I look at Anarian and I whisper, "We have to go now."
Say.
All I'm saying is it's way less suspicious if the guy who works with the church is the only one coming out of this room. And I like look past him into the room that we were just in, and I just whisper, "Misty Step."
You actually you say the spell you're doing like an anime.
And there's only a verbal component to it, so I just assume
you watch as he puffs as mist and then coalesces in the other room across the hall.
And then I just stuff the head underneath some other stuff.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to peek out to see if anyone is like kind of...
You can see the boy returning, but he's got his head, he's looking into the bag of holding.
If I'm quick, can I skip across the hall before he... Okay. Quick prayer to a miss. Guidance up.
Like a kid squeaking across the house in the dead of night to get to the kitchen. You do a little and you're in.
I didn't hear what you just said.
No, he just whispered, I don't think you understand how dangerous that was.
There's no such thing as danger in knowledge. There's only such thing as knowledge of danger.
Hi there, I'm back.
Yeah!
Back.
Kind of pop up.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. You're
I'm
quite
just
well.
gonna like brush the pile that the head is in, just like into the bag quickly, just yes, books, knowledge.
You guys have any idea what's going on in
Notes.
Cairn?
Wouldn't tell us anything.
Yeah. They were so mean. I live there, and I'm not allowed to go back.
Yeah, it's all shut down. It's wild.
And just as Anaria is like holding the bag open by the pile on the floating disc, I just kind of like tap my foot on the ground and cast mold earth and then just part of the floorboards on one half of the tensor's disc rise up and just tilt the disc so that everything just starts sliding
Wow.
into the bag.
He goes, I will say one thing, though. Church of the Stormfather ain't never been this tense. I ain't never seen him this like... From what I understand, they're all... the whole church is doing a stress. And, like... apparently, whatever... they're all just doing stuff. Like, the Inquisitors are all on the road. Every Inquisitor
The
that
quill
the
just
Stormfather
starts...
has... he gets really close. Every Inquisitor that is under the Church of Tempestas has his feet on the ground. They're doing something. I don't know what. It's kind of scary though. I imagine my people will have a lot more work in the coming months. Sorry, dark humor.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like so into, and the quill is just going. He's writing down every word this kid says.
This skull she was asking you about, do you have any idea what that, like, what do they want with it? What is it?
I don't know, man. I don't know much about the Church of Ahraden myself. I just kind of keep my head down. But if I had to guess, if it was in some of their private crypts instead of, like, through us, like normal folk do, it must have been somebody real important.
Somebody important.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm fascinated by this. And the whole time
too.
that we're having this conversation, my mage hand is just grabbing random things off of the pile or like the floor or the shelf and just putting it into the bag.
Invisibly. It's an invisible hand, but the stuff is not invisible. And
right.
He's like, oh, you gotta stop that.
I thought it was all mine.
No.
Genuinely. Like, no. I don't
genuinely.
Right
Then, you can grab the rest of your stuff. I thought you were just like passively stealing shit in front of him.
No. If he's just like looking past me at all, he's just seeing my random floating objects one at a time, just and
like
no
one
one's
of them
doing
wizards,
anything.
huh?
I didn't get a question. Sorry, what?
You're like one of them wizards.
I'll be honest with you, Skippy. The fact that the Church of Tempestas was here interviewing you today, I'm probably not going to tell you anything about me.
That's fair.
But what was your name?
I'm Tom.
Hi, Tom. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
And I stick out my hand to shake his. But I don't move my hand. My mage hand comes out and shakes his hand.
You're kind of an extra dude, aren't you? You're just kind of you doing the most.
Here's the deal, Tom.
Oh.
We were only here to get delivery stuff. Right?
Right.
I don't know you. You don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
Great. That's how it's going to be. But I'll let you know right now, when this church is gone, I'll come back and I'll buy you some ice cream.
Okay. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your adventures?
Yeah, for sure. But all I want you to do is think about that ice cream. All the different flavors of ice cream.
Oh. Okay. I can do that.
Okay. Is all the stuff packed up yet?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Tom. We're ready to go if you are.
Yeah, all right. And he turns to Anarian. Blessings.
And to you as well.
Okay. All right. And he kind of walks out.
And as we're following him, I just want to be listing off flavors of ice cream.
Okay.
Like there's just vanilla and chocolate and Rocky Road and s'mores. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream, Tom?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Oh, have you ever tried putting stuff in the vanilla?
No.
Oh, you got to try putting stuff in the vanilla. You know what?
Whoa.
You, for the rest of the time when I'm gone, you have to think about all of the things that you want to try in vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
I love that, Tom.
Thanks. You seem cool.
I am.
All right.
Yep. People say that about me all the time.
Looks at Anarian. Okay. Cool. All right. Let us jump Oh, sorry.
quick.
Actually, real quick. Sorry. Go ahead, Thilo.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if at any point these Tempestos people were to cast Detect Thoughts on Tom,
Okay.
it's just ice cream now.
All right. You guys leave the Church of Death, and you watch as 16 Inquisitors with similar magical artifacts. All the artifacts look very similar. Strike it on the ground. These strange diamondy football-shaped looking things, and they all begin to glow.
Compasses?
Kinda. They seem to be a different Coven magic item, but very similar, running off of deific magic of some kind. And you watch as they hold it up, and then as one in a flying formation, take off.
Wild. So all the Inquisitors are gone
take
now?
off, or
The
just
Inquisitors.
Okay.
There are still other soldiers, other strongmen for the Church of the Stormfather around, but what did I say, 16? 16 Inquisitors take flight into the sky and take off northeasterly.
Is that
So
back
that's
towards
they've moved
Cairn?
on?
That's back towards Cairn.
Okay. Whoa, those things can fly?
Yeah, that,
Neat.
yeah.
I gotta get one.
All right, let us jump back to Eshna, Lavina, and Pod. Real quick, Pod. You're sleeping, right?
It's- Oh,
Doing
I
a
sure
slumber?
am.
Doing a vulnerable little subconscious self moment. Doing a happy in snore.
The idea was to get to a prison and
Okay.
eventually get in there somehow. Yes.
It's safe to say that you have accomplished this goal. If you would like to RP it out, we can.
Nah, it's
Okay.
alright. I've done it enough times.
You're all
It's almost
tucked up in
natural.
the pile of hay in one corner with
Do you have a cuddle buddy?
with a monstrously
No.
large.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yes?
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know. Hang
feeling
on. Let
yes.
me. I'll roll for it.
Okay, okay, let's roll for it.
There's like a 60% chance that'll happen. So we'll go 40 and above.
Cuddle.
It's a 94. So yeah, giving them something.
An Aarakocra, very drunk,
Aarakocra. So an Aarakocra, and I've shape shifted into a goblin.
is just has you wings all around you. You're all tucked up and soft in the downy feathers, doing a sleep. and the Aarakocra's drooling a bit, very smashed, probably on the tail end of a bender. And you suddenly have a jarring sensation, akin to that, like you're falling asleep and then suddenly you're falling, but it's mixed with that, and it like almost wakes you up, but in this case it doesn't. You just have that ongoing falling sensation. But take that falling sensation and mix it with if you were a two-dimensional being suddenly experiencing three-dimensional, except you're a three-dimensional being and you're falling and strange and time is weird. But
So
it
I'm
just
falling,
feels
but I
like
don't know which direction and for how long.
Yeah. Basically, whatever dream you were having now is skewed horribly, and everything is just disorienting. And you are kind of trapped in that.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You can attempt to wake yourself up.
Is this a lucid dream?
Quickly becoming so.
So once it becomes a lucid dream, I think I think Pod would try to assess
Okay.
the situation before trying to wake up.
Okay. Again, we're dealing with vast, unexplainable shenanigans, just very mind-altering weirdness. So go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Sure. Mm, 11.
11. Okay, not great.
Nope.
You are barely able to be lucid. Your mind is kind of rejecting this experience, however you want to RP that. But you have the vague sensation that you are quote unquote standing on a flat mirror-like surface. All about you is stars and constellations in this massive river that you don't really understand because it's definitely not water. And you are very nauseous, and just getting worse. You're basically folding in on yourself mentally.
Hmm.
It's a bad time.
Yay!
It's a bad time overall.
I mean, yeah, I would say Pod isn't like used to this, but is definitely like when they begin to realize this is a lucid dream, they kind of give into it, which is why the failure happens, because they're just like, I don't want to gain firm control over this to learn it. Like, I want to experience this to figure, is this death? I don't know. So that's what they're rolling with.
Everything is overlapped with after images.
Great. After images of what?
Yourself.
Oh, okay. Ugh. Nasty. All right. That's old news. I'll try to wake up.
Okay. You're trying. Let's jump over to Levy and Eshna.
Dang it!
Oh no!
Here's what I have to say to that.
Eshna and Levy.
I'm thinking while we're waiting to see where this guy is slowly crawling, why don't we go sit by the man that had the floating sword and his chess game?
Ashta, are you playing Cupid again?
No, if you want your stuff back, you may need to be near the man with the sword that is going after your stuff. And he is a viable choice compared
you are playing Cupid.
compared to who we have met here in this town so far. Come on, and I just walk over.
Okay, you approach. The one with the shield kind of looks up, kind of almost protectively of the other. Not aggressively, just kind of leans forward, you know. Just goes from sitting back and enjoying his rolled cigarillo to kind of just noticeably more present.
Alert.
The other one looks up and goes, "Ah, hello again."
Hello, man. I want to thank you so much for helping us and
Of
getting
course.
Levy's belongings back. How exactly does your sword work?
Oh, have a seat. I'll tell you all about it. Good to
Sure.
make your acquaintance again, Levy.
Nice to see you again.
He introduces himself as Braylor Thorn. And across from the table from himself is Woonire.
You wanna spell those out?
Braylor, Braelor. And Woonire, sorry. Wuneary. Ranieri is very militaristic in appearance, whereas Braylor is very kind of fits into his nobility a bit easier, you know. Braylor moves the chess piece and then goes, "The investments have been with us for generations. They are in themselves sentient to a certain degree. And are more than happy to live out their near immortality in service. The secrets to creating them is a tightly guarded gift that House Thorn keeps close to hand."
Oh, so did you create your sword, or?
No, I was chosen by him.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
lovely.
He served my great uncle.
Oh, that's fun to keep it in the family. I'm sure it has many. Does it speak? Does it have stories to tell you of your past?
It can imprint emotions upon me. So to a certain degree, it lacks technical speech, though, whether psychic or otherwise.
I zone out and I check in on my rats as you talk about a sword that.
Okay. The dude is clearly looking at the flue to the fire right above you guys, and thinking, "Can I get up the chimney? No, it's too hot. I have to figure something else out." And he's just slowly worming his way back away from you guys in the rafters.
I'll pop into Levy's head and just go, the very intelligent man tried to go up the chimney, realized that was a bad idea, and is now slowly moving the other direction. So what are you two lovely gentlemen doing at the festival? What have you come for?
We came to joust. We had to
Oh.
represent our good family.
How
That's
did the
exciting.
jousting go?
Went well. I was able to unhorse 2 of Olkirk, and my mate here, Wuniri, managed to handle Doa.
Well,
Oh, so who ended up winning?
House Thorn, of course.
Of course. I don't think you'd be in such a good mood otherwise.
Wuniri leans
So-
forward and goes, "He's talking a lot of horse shit. He almost got unhorsed by a girl."
oh.
And he leans forward and goes, "Those women frighten me." And they both have a laugh. "So what brings you lot? What brings you to the festival?"
The fact that there was a festival and fun to be had, of course.
Good.
Of course.
Good.
We're just
We're always-
travelers.
Always around for a good time and a good show.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that you are enjoying the festivities.
We tend to perform as we go, so it's always fun, meet interesting people.
Troopers.
Of sorts, yes.
Fascinating.
Has he made it anywhere? Is he still in the rafters? He's gone real slow.
He's gotten by the other side of the room now, and he's by the stairs and trying to time a descent down into the stairs so he can go upwards to the bedroom areas that he might make an escape through there.
Okay.
So I imagine as part of House Thorn, you'd probably get to hear all the fun mishaps that happened during the festival. Have any interesting stories to tell?
Yes.
Well, the churches are keeping everything kind of close knit, but apparently there's all sorts of tea going on to be spilt. From what I understand, the Church of the Stormfathers having a bit of a row with the Church of Death, which is uncommon. Church of Death is quite quiet, as far as I understand. I don't presume to know much of their circles.
What would cause
Me
that?
neither.
I don't much care, to be frank. I'm more interested in the local wizard colleges and how they're all. You see, the wizard colleges are directly funded by the nobility, by the gentry. And the churches are very much removed from the colleges and the nobility. We don't have much to do with them. We have the armies, and they do their jobs, respectively. And we kind
And
of
so,
keep it there.
so do you, as House Thorn, fund one of the colleges then?
My father does.
Ah,
His name is March.
March Thorn. And which college?
That's a name you know. That's a big name.
How do we
Mhm.
know it?
Just by hearsay, it's just one of the famous names of the world. He basically runs Cairn. Sorry,
Yeah.
not Cairn, the capital. He
Okay.
has a lot of his investments are in the colleges within Cairn, but he lives in the capital. Just a known, vastly powerful man. Probably got his fingers in every college, to some degree or another.
I see.
So does the interest in the colleges come from your father's work, or was it sparked at a young age, or?
Oh, I am a blade singer.
Oh.
I am proficient in swordsmithing of various kinds and pact magic and the like, and a bit of a blade dancer. It's always been an interesting path. I'm as the DM, I'm fumbling the name, but it's whatever the wizard swordsman subclass is. I don't
Blade
remember.
singer.
Blade singer. Okay, bit of a blade singer.
Eshna's gonna pop into Levy's mind and be like, seeing as we're traveling with another wizard, and this is a very high-powered person we have in front of us, now may be a perfect time to gift one of your beautiful pieces. One that you may remember so we can try and find him later if need be.
Muniri leans forward and goes, "Pardon. Do you have psychic abilities?"
Oh, I'm a Kalishtar, my dear.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Of a Kalishtar?
Afraid not.
Oh. Well, we are a race of people, and very commonly we are able to, well, and I pop into his mind. Obviously, I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting. I'll be like, and we can simply converse here instead, if you wish. It was often in my tribe that we didn't use our voices at all.
That is phenomenal.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yes. Is it you capable of teaching this skill?
No, I am not, unfortunately.
Well, impressive nonetheless.
Well, thank you. I'm surprised that you noticed. A keen eye, I see.
It is my job to look after Braylor.
As it is my job to look after Levy.
Does she run off?
Oh my god, you have no fucking idea.
Can I buy you a drink?
I would love a drink.
The two of them, after he says a little bit with Braylor, guides you to the bar.
Well, Braylor, it seems that our guardians have decided to have a little bit of fun tonight.
Indeed.
Well, as thank you for stepping in to help me, and I did roll for this to see how nice of an item she was going to gift. And
Okay.
I got a natural 20, so
Okay.
she is giving him one of her personal items as one of the best ones she's made, of like the prettiest stones. She made it at a younger age, but the quality is still as good as now. But it's always been her favorite, like one of her all-time favorites that she made. Here you go. I would like you to have this. Whether you keep it, you gift it, or throw it away, it's a token of gratitude.
That's quite kind. Thank you very much. You see as he does something interesting. He takes it and looks at it. He goes, "This is fine make. This is stunning."
Thank you.
And he goes to like incorporate it into his bracer, and you see as he does this that there is a mechanism within the bracer of some kind. There's a kind of a ring around one of his fingers which has a tight line, like fishing line attached to the ring that goes into the bracer. And you notice that there's some kind of mechanism there as he begins incorporating the beautiful artwork into his bracer. Maybe I'll have it for a favor for the next tournament.
Well, I would be honored. What do you have an upcoming tournament, or is it done for now? Is there somewhere we can meet up again?
The tournament has begun. The next couple of days we'll be jousting. Yes.
Well, maybe we'll have to pop in and cheer you on.
I'd love that. And he you see as he kind of gets a mental ping, and he looks, and a very bloody sword returns, and and hanging off of it is the small bag that has your makeup kit, disguise kit attached. And he goes, "Well done, Eustace. You never cease to amaze."
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. And gently like takes it and like gives like a nod of thanks to the sword.
The sword does a little bow.
Is everything there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a little disorganized. Your makeup bag is not how you just like it. They obviously went through it.
Yeah, but everything that is mine is there.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing else that's not mine?
Nope.
Okay. Just checking.
Smart to check. At this point in time, the cut purse who's up in the rafters sees the bloody sword, hops down, and makes a break for the stairs.
I'll just to the guard that's with me. I want to be like, that man running away was one of the ones that accosted us. If you wouldn't mind helping us.
He nods at the shield, which frisbees away.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Of course.
That is amazing. Levy's just watching. She's like, I want one.
You
awesome.
are enjoying, Eshna, a very tart and cold cranberry liqueur.
Ooh, I love it. This is nice.
He pulls out some mint leaves and puts it in his and offers you some as well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course. Pod, you wake up.
Also
You're drenched
drinking
in
a
sweat.
charge and cranberry liqueur. Oh no, yeah, drenched in sweat.
I have warmed cider.
This is actually blueberry, but whatever.
Hey, there you go. Which is now scrumptious cold cider.
Delicious. We wake up.
Shh. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's the drunk Aarakocra who's just shh. He fluffs you like a pillow.
I totally forgot there was someone there. I'm like, who is telling him?
He fluffs you like a pillow and just kind of rolls on top
Feathers.
of you.
Oh no, the whole 20 pounds of an Aarakocra on top of me. It still squishes me with my 8 strength. The Aarakocra rolls on top of me. I can't move. I just there's nothing I can do about it.
You're just in the hay and downy feathers. What do you do?
Oh, I'm
You
stuck
feel
under
your
an
mind
Aarakocra now.
slowly reforming itself. You have not yet gained a long rest.
Oh, what was that dream? It was. No, stop it! Get off of me! Get off of me!
It gets off you.
Ugh. Can't do this right now. Hang on, I gotta get out of here.
He sits up and goes, "The demons aren't real, bro. The demons aren't real. There's no such thing as demons."
Is the Aarakocra's eyes that like?
Yeah, and he goes, "Where the hell are we?"
Good. I'm gonna shapeshift into a tiefling.
Okay. Okay. He doesn't
Just
really
hearing
catch
that.
it.
Exactly. I'm gonna wait until they do.
Okay, eventually. Oh.
Did you say something about demons not being real?
Hey, bro, I didn't mean any offense. Sorry. You
My
good?
parents were very real. Very, very real.
Damn. You want like?
I don't know why I'm trying to freak this guy out, just because I can, I guess.
He's too blasted. That's cool, bro. Live your truth, man.
Damn it, well, you're no fun anymore. All right.
Aw. I mean,
I'm out of here.
Okay.
Just go back into
He
the
goes
small
back to
goblin
sleep.
form.
He sees that and goes, "Fuck. Wait, that's
Bye.
cool. Okay, bye."
Turn into something that I saw the guards as
Okay.
to make it easier to slip out. If
Okay.
possible.
You turn into a very not very distinguishable human and easily walk out.
Perfect. So Hitman.
Sure.
Got it.
Pod becomes George.
Walks out.
Ugh, alright. Oh, gonna have to take care of this, aren't I? I thought that was gonna be safe.
Excuse
Tell my
me,
brother
sir.
about-
Excuse me.
Huh?
Excuse me. Sir, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. How you doing? He's holding up. It's this kind of sleazy looking human. And he's like, one kappa, sir, one kappa. And he's got this shell necklace. It's kind of shoddy. He clearly made it himself. He's like, one kappa, sir. Come on.
Go away.
Sir, one kappa. It's just one kappa, sir. It's no problem for you. You look like a distinguished gentleman. It's
I don't have
just one
any-
kappa. I got kids to feed. And he just keeps pestering you.
I might not have a copper on me, but I
Oh,
can find a
everyone's got a
copper that's
little
for you to talk
something.
to if you like.
What?
I can find a copper for you to talk to if you like.
Ah, you're no fun, are you? Just a vagrant. Like me. And he walks off. Excuse me, ma'am. One kappa. One kappa.
He's doing a pretty good job.
You as he turns to walk away, you see a tattoo peeking out from under the back of his neck, from his shirt, of some supposedly criminal organization, maybe low ranking.
Mm-hmm. There we. Can't blame him. He's just doing his job.
He's on his grind.
He's all right. Good try though.
Kind of go off into the like they'll look at the door to the prison cell, just kind of clean like one of the hinges, like real bright,
Okay.
and then kind of like make it like 2 scratch marks on it,
Okay.
and then walk away.
Okay. All right. Any particular message you're leaving behind?
We could figure that out later.
Okay.
No one needs to know what's going on until someone figures it out.
Sure. I like it.
I don't have to explain anything until someone notices and asks. How about that?
The
Anyway,
shield.
yeah,
go ahead.
I'll make my way back to see if I can find.
Okay. As you're making your way back, Thylo and Anarian, are you guys also going to the Sweet Fire? Anarian?
I guess that was the agreed upon place.
I think it was.
Yeah, if that's where the party
Other-
is, then I'll go that way for now, at
Okay.
least.
Okay. Pod, Anarian, and Thylo, all three of y'all arrive relatively at the same time, just as Eshna watches the shield come back, all sad. And, oh, it's okay, buddy. You can't get every one of them. Kind of scratches the shield.
Aw.
Sorry about that.
I've never seen a shield show so much emotion before.
Yeah, well, he's a good lad. He tries his best. He's one of the new ones.
I'll check in. My rats I can see for about a mile away. Were any of them able to follow him?
Ooh, that's a 20. He
Oh.
loses the rats. He gets on rooftops and just starts hopping them.
Oh yeah, they can't do that. Nope, no. Alright, well, I guess we'll keep an eye out for him. I'll pop into Levy's head and just be like, well, that one got away. So,
Eshna, I will
Guard
say,
up.
what you initially took as a guard is actually a member of House Thorn nobility. The individual you're talking to. Just
well,
also...
he was guarding.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you for trying. We may retire to bed soon, is the hope.
All right. Well, I'll leave you to it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night.
I hope you do as well.
He does a little bow and walks back to his ward.
Levy, in the meantime, has been teaching Braylor how to do the night trick.
He's not as good, but he picks it up quickly.
She sees Eshna, probably feels her gaze from across the room, and was like, and I think that is my signal that it's time to go.
Well, have a phenomenal rest of your evening.
You as well. Hopefully we'll be seeing you again.
I'd like that. Posture
Anarian,
check. Thank you, Alec the Bard.
Anarian, you did come into the inn, right?
You
are
turn
we
Levy and
outside?
watch the three of them convene. Yeah.
Anarian! And she's gonna make her way through the crowd and link arms with him. Oh, I know you missed me so much. How was your trip?
We got everything, so it went well.
Well, that's great. And while you guys were gone, I got, well, it was you and Pod, but Pod decided to sleep elsewhere, a room, and hands him the key.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
But yes, Pod decided to sleep in the jail cells.
You look
I'm
over at
assuming.
Pod, and he does not look like he has been sleeping well.
Or not.
No, you're not wrong. I did try, but it didn't. Just didn't work out. I got some things I want to talk about. Kind of nudging over at their sibling.
Oh, well, I will leave you guys to it. We are going to bed ourselves, so.
Levy, you happen to get 2 room keys, correct? I believe that's what I overheard.
Yes.
I purchased a room for ourselves. Why don't you give the other one to Thylo?
Thylo? Jingle jangles the key.
Thanks.
Well, there we go. This will make meeting up in the morning a lot easier.
Great.
All right. Well.
So you're gonna be just staying in another room, like just down the hall.
Did you want her in the same room?
What? No.
Thylo.
No. I'm worried about our friends, and so I wanted to know. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to know that everything was gonna be okay.
Pod.
That's
During
it.
this, Pod's face, it has going in, Pod has transformed back into the Pod's generic form, but
Pod
as
Prime.
as Thylo is doing, Pod Prime, but as Thylo was doing this, like the behind Thylo, I turned back into Thylo's face, and then just the slow burn into red, just in the cheeks, real bright. I'm just trying to like imitate his words.
Gently,
Okay, I
once
think
again,
we-
patting Thylo. Yes, we will be right down the hall. Our room is checking the key.
You guys are on the same
whatever
floor.
room. Yeah.
Very, very close by.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And our food and drinks are covered. So if you guys would like anything to eat or drink,
I think it's getting pretty late. I look at there's no watch on my wrist. I think
My dad's an
maybe we should
artificer.
just check in for the night.
all right. Well, good night, gentlemen. Good night, Pod, and please try and sleep. If you can't sleep, then let us know, and we will try and help you.
I'm going to hand Pod just a tea packet. I'm just like, here's some herbal tea.
Aw.
Might help.
Thank you.
Wouldn't
That's
trust
the good
that.
stuff.
That's going to help so much. Do I just? It just sort of puts it in,
Oh,
in
you're
their
a
mouth.
cook.
Oh,
You
no,
know
no,
how tea
no,
works.
no.
I do know how tea works.
Pod's
Again,
just
this
testing
is
them.
a social situation, so I'm getting like very
Got
like
you,
flustered right now.
As we're walking back to the room to the stairs, we pass with Braylor.
Yeah.
Braylor.
Braylor.
Does he do or say anything as the group of us are passing by?
I think he's talking to Wuniri. But Wuniri, the other noble of House Thorn, kind of notes y'all's passing, kind of lingers on Eshna.
Okay, lingers on Eshna. Thylo doesn't care.
Okay.
Levy definitely notices that, and after like a second, nudges Eshna. Hey, hey. What?
Now,
You get
if-
to play Cupid and I don't?
You know, I'm not interested in anything to do with romance, my dear.
Oh,
But it is nice for a free
date.
drink. No, it's not.
It's a double date.
No, it's not. So I finished. I'm taking the rest of my drink up to my room.
You get up to your room, and there is a very nice chilled bottle of wine in a ice bucket. So
Wonderful.
the Eshna and Lavina, you guys have a common room, which is like a little living room with a bunch of bedrooms attached. And then whoever had the rooms for from the nobility, also very nice. Whoever has the key from the cut purses, it's a room that's kind of just a bunch of bunk beds, and your key is for a chest at the bottom of the bed, and it's already mostly full of people. A lot of snoring going on.
Okay.
I imagine the 3 men are in that one.
The cut purses? No, two of them are dead. The other one has
No.
died away. Oh, I got you.
Me and Arian and
No,
Not
you two
fine.
have 2 keys. So you guys have 2 different rooms between the 3 of you.
Okay.
And arguably, I would say Levy did note that she wanted a nice room paid for, and she went with the guy when he asked for it. So
That dude was trying to steal your purse and
Yeah.
did not deliver on super nice room. He was kind of
Fair
playing the dense, I'm really big, people think I'm dumb kind of bit.
fair enough.
The prison was a lot better than this.
One of the 2 keys led to a nice room, right?
I think so.
yeah.
It's been
So-
How
shuffled
many-
around a bit, so I'm a little.
So who?
How many?
I think there's, if I remember correctly, one person, unless they make arrangements with the rest of the party, will have to stay in the bunks.
That's gonna be an
Whatever
Arian and
key
me.
Levy handed me.
I have no
I
idea.
thought I got.
You
nice
got-
rooms.
You
I
got
got
2
2.
rooms, and then immediately handed one to Pod, and then handed the other one to.
Okay, yeah. I
Wow.
think
Yeah, so Anari
Levy, why
and
don't you
Philo
roll for
have
it?
a key from Levy.
Roll for it to
Okay.
see who gets the
Yeah.
terrible room.
yeah, let's just do that. That works.
Okay, say even or odds for which number you want.
Even for
Odds.
the good room.
Okay, Philo, you get the good room.
Frick yeah.
How big is this room with a bunch of bunks in it?
Pretty cramped, but it's probably got 20 bunks, so fitting that.
Is there like a 10-foot radius in the middle, or
Sure.
towards the back of the room?
That's like not encumbered by anything.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, there's a little area in the middle.
Or maybe even like near the wall where there are 2 free bunks next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. You know, I have money. I could just buy a room. We don't have to stay here.
I mean,
Sure.
I mean, I know you're accustomed to prison, so this is probably an upgrade, but like.
no, the prison was definitely better than this.
Really?
You get your own room, your own, no snowing around you most of the time.
I could make a bubble for us, but
I don't really mind. I don't think these people are here to hurt us in any way. Pretty sure the greatest threat is probably us.
There is one dude by the door to this area who's kind of sitting on a bench, and he's got a beat stick in one hand. He's trying not to nod off, and he's not paying attention to anyone or anything like that. But if there was suddenly a scuffle, he's in charge of like going in there and taking care of shit.
Say, look, we got the person with a stick.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
they'll
looks
protect us.
so very apt to help for anything that goes wrong. You know, I'm gonna bubble.
The evolution of Mop Guy.
then we can also talk because you wanted to talk, right? And we won't be overheard.
I do want to talk. Yeah.
So I'll go over to the two most secluded bunks.
Okay. You put a bubble up, and you do see a few people like, and then just go back to bed.
Bugger off.
The stick guy rolls his eyes and goes back to staring at nothing, staring at the fire in the meat hall.
Is this thing soundproof?
I believe so.
I honestly don't know.
We're gonna go with yes. We've played it as soundproof before.
Okay, sure.
It doesn't specifically say.
We're going with soundproof.
It's opaque.
Yep.
People cannot see into it, but it's invisible from the inside out, and you get to pick what color it is.
Yep, and you can also control the temperature and stuff like that.
Bright orange.
You're making Fish very happy right now.
Just a giant orange ball that everyone's eye immediately gets attracted to.
It's like a blue, very twilighty, blue purple.
Okay.
Very well. Fine, be that way.
No orange
But
for you, Fish.
The aesthetic. Do not argue the aesthetic.
I'm proud of you for following the fiction, Jake.
I don't know. I just imagined if it was bright orange, it was like this light in the rest of the room, so everybody else is having to experience.
Precisely. Yes, thank you. That's where I was going with that. Anyway, yeah, okay. So it's a 10-foot cube. There's no one else like with us.
Not inside the bubble, no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I've been having. I had trouble sleeping just last night. It's not the same as when I usually have trouble sleep. It's slightly different. There's a lot of things happen, and I'm slightly worried about it.
Tell me what happened.
It's a good question. Can you recap what happened, Jeff?
Pod has a hard time explaining there isn't words for it. The jarring sensation of his mind rejecting something, a strange experience. He doesn't do it. Even as he's been awake for a little while, it's faded a little bit, but he just understands that it was awful. And if you want me to go into detail, in Arian or George or Jake, I can.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's like you know when you're dreaming and you're dreaming and so you're able to like fly and stuff.
Right.
In the dream. Not like well, I mean, you can fly in real life, but like how I can fly, but only in dreams. Right. So that started to happen, and then there were other things where I couldn't really understand it, and I tried to wake up, and it wouldn't let me for a little while, and it was showing me some things I didn't like seeing, and then I just got these weird feelings, like as if I was this piece of parchment, right? Just takes out a piece of parchment. It's like, and if I was like as fat as this thing, but then when I crumple it up, then I'm like a ball, but I'm not usually a ball. I'm just a piece of parchment, and it'd be weird. So like, picture me now as a ball, and now I'm like on fire. It's something I'm not really used to that either. That's what I was feeling. It's very different from a dream that I'm used to having.
Sounds as it could have been an outside source of some kind.
I think I was worried about it because I just had some death experiences recently, and I don't remember those either, but I was feeling feeling things kind of similar to that during the time.
Would I know of any like records of death experiences of people resurrecting, having any kind of like after effects of?
Not personally. This is certainly alien to anything you've heard of, especially being with a Kraden. Sorry, a miss. I can keep track of my pantheon. I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone has to.
That's why we have
I
DM
suppose it could be
in the Discord.
I suppose it could be tied to that somehow. I mean, how many times did he, kill you?
I lost track after the third.
Chat clerics make the best torturers.
What I'm most sad about is that I didn't experience anything when I died. I mean, I think I experienced something when I died. I just can't remember it or really feel it. It's just kind of like falling, but not really falling. But I don't remember anything. That's kind of the saddest part, honestly. I thought you were supposed to go somewhere when you died.
It probably brought you back before you could actually go anywhere.
Oh, right. So I should stay dead longer.
Well,
it's possible, Anarian. It's possible that. So the doctrine and dogma and religious verbiage is that when you die, if you are of Amiss or one of the other 12, instead of your soul leaving in some way to go do something, there's a lot of different theories on that, they intercept your soul and take you into their afterlife, their heaven, their essence. There are many theories on that. Do you lose your personality? Do you lose your sense of self? Maybe. Is it a heaven-like thing? What is it? There's a bunch of different theories on that. But there is a certain salvation mechanic that is believed to be at play. So it's quite possible that Amiss was protecting him in some way that is having after effects. But Amiss is a tricky lady.
One of the aspects of Amiss is to forget. So maybe this is all her doing, and maybe she's made you forget these experiences because they're harmful to you. Maybe it's for the best that you don't remember it.
I didn't think about that.
But Pod, you very much want to know all about that shit.
Yep. What were the other two of Amiss? Is change,
repel, stagnate,
repel, and stagnate,
and forget.
Right.
Trinities. It's now in this era known as a trinity. It was 3 different churches that are now recognized as one being.
Right.
And that's relatively new to the timeline of this world.
Right. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. That's It's not. I'll have to think about that.
I know that's not what you want to hear, but perhaps, maybe, in time, that will be revealed to you. Maybe 5+ deaths at once was just too much.
Wait, when was the last time you ever thought about Amora?
I just kind of handle my amulet. Hard not to think about it. Probably more often than I should.
Maybe. I'm sure the church wouldn't want us to be thinking about the other side of the twin, but
if she could help you remember.
Oh wait, we shouldn't talk about that out loud. I just maybe, you know what? Forget about it. Everything's fine. You're right. Maybe Miss was just protecting me, and we're just gonna go with that.
All right. I'm just gonna put a hand on her shoulder. just want you to know I support you. If you really want to get to the bottom of this, then I'm with you.
Right. I know. Yeah. You always are. Thank you. It's kind of like awkward hug.
Yeah.
Okay. You manage, Pod, to get some decent sleep. It's not great. You get your long rest, but you are still very much.
Yeah, offer one. Sorry,
No.
just.
By all means.
If you'd like, I can put you to sleep. If you think you'll have trouble.
Pod like nods silently.
And he kind of like, I don't remember which one of us is supposed to be the older sibling.
You are.
Okay. So he's gonna make sure that he's all like in bed, all ready to go,
All tucked up and cuddled
all
in, burritoed
tucked
up.
in.
Aw.
And
Big bro.
like before, out of the amulet, the single mote, like a shooting star, will come out of it and just gently land. This one won't be as violent as it was with Ashna. It will just gently kind of float and hit, and then he'll fall asleep.
All right. Yeah, you easily succumb with Mr. One hit point. Okay. Eshna and Lavina.
Right. As we walk into our room and Eshna closes the door behind us and locks it, she's going to
Barricades it.
Yep, and barricades it. All the things. Levy's ready with the barricade. I take a quick look and I just kind of examine the room for any other exits, entrances, things like that.
Okay, there's a balcony with doors going out to the balcony. You're on the second floor. There are 3 floors.
Okay. I just quickly look out on the balcony and examine how easy it is to jump over from other balconies and such. And I'd like to activate my seeing magic items.
Okay,
Detect magic.
Detect magic, yes, thank you.
got
I
you.
couldn't remember the words.
No worries.
I mean, you fucking nailed the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do not perceive any funky business going on with magic items wise or auras. At most, you can tell that there was magic used to create the wine in the bottle. Cheaper means to get a better vintage, if you will, a better product quicker.
Age it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Something like that.
And the view of the street or whatever from our balcony, how many eyes can reach into our room?
A person would have to be across the street in one of the windows, or on the roof across the street. Anyone on the floor level out in the road would not be able to see up into your room.
Okay, but still within sight, so I'm going to come inside and I'm going to close both doors.
There's some
I'm gonna
drapes
turn
you
the
can
levers.
close as well if you want to.
Great, just kind of closing it all up. I'm just like, all right, there, it looks like we're clear. And I'll cast Invisible Servant, and rags just kind of start getting picked up,
Okay.
dipping into water.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, finally!
Oh.
And she's gonna start taking off. She has used like a tape, so to speak, to kind of like bend her ear backwards to get the human shape. Thus, when she saw the prosthetic, she was like, "Holy crap, I want that!" As her ears come out to their point, and she starts grabbing rags and like buckets for the 2 of them as she starts wiping off.
Invisible servants are also, you seeing just wet rags kind of be picked up and ragged, and they're getting our back and our arms as makeup starts to fall off
Okay.
of the both of us.
You begin scrubbing away the extensive makeup, and slowly your true appearances begin surfacing. Would you like to explain your appearances, and would you like to post the pictures in the Discord?
Sure. Levy, why don't you explain yours first, and I'll post pictures.
Yes, so Levy has almost sky blue skin with incredibly detailed, practically glowing markings all across her body. Her ears come to not an elf point, but a similar point with some extra curves in there. And the markings are everywhere, across her face, her neck, legs, everywhere, as well as wiping her hair, the dye on her hair off, and she has dark blue hair that goes down to a darker blue black at the end, similar to the red going into black. It's dark blue going into black, and just as it's heavily caked on Levy for sure to try and cover up any glowing that might occur with the markings, and she's just having to like scrub off the makeup as she like rags and rags of like all this makeup. She's just piling them up because there's just so many, and she's like, this was a long one, this was a long day. I could feel it starting to cake up on me a bit.
Yes, I definitely felt the need to powder up a few times, and you see one of the rags kind of come across Eshna's face, and the freckles that normally look kind of darker, slightly silvery, just suddenly glow as bright stars, and the constellation of Ursa Major, or the Big Dipper, is marked across her face. And her skin is just this dark, dark blue, everything turning to kind of stars around her. And it almost looks like she is permanently stuck in her Circle of the Stars druid star form. So while the other players have seen it and seen her go back, now she is wiping the makeup off, and she seems to already be in that star form. Everything else pretty much exactly the same, except for as the hands come over and wipe down the hair, it turns into a crystalline white, almost shining like the moon. Oh, it feels better to be myself for a minute.
So if we're getting up before the sun, we have to get up even sooner to put it all back on.
Well, I mean, with the help of my lovely servants here, you know, it only takes us 30 minutes. It waits the spell slot, but more sleep may be necessary.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
It is, but I think we're on a great lead with some of the people that we found.
Yes, I actually wanted to talk to you about that. Is the plan still the plan? Are we...
Yes, I'm mostly curious, this Silo character. He says that his father was studying some ruins that have to do with the stars, and so maybe there will be more information, and then Anarian being a Twilight cleric. And oh, I never told you, he knows about the tribe that's up in the Circle of the Stars tribe.
What?
That's up in the mountains.
Wow, that's not common. How does he know about that?
I don't know. He said he didn't know much. He's only heard rumors of them.
Rumors could be good.
Rumors could be good. Better chasing rumors than fairy tales.
That is true. I definitely feel good with both Thilo and Anarian. I think between the two of them, we're definitely going to get some answers. How much are we trusting them, though? How far are we gonna...
No, Pot murdered a child. What do you mean, how far are we trusting them? Levy!
I more so was referring to Thilo and Anarian.
Oh, all right. Well, Anarian is Pod's sibling, so that goes about that far.
Thilo seems really nice, though.
Thilo seems more trustworthy, yes, and I think you have him very adequately wrapped around your finger, my dear.
My thought was, if we give a little, especially with Thilo, he may be able to get answers quicker because he won't be able to let it go.
Correct, and I am curious about that. I do want to maybe start this venture towards his father, because I do not want him to stray too far from a distraction for that task, seeing as it's his father's research we're following. So his father may be better off to answer my question.
How odd. How desperately he's searching after his father, who basically abandoned him. Maybe not abandoned, but for somebody who's not very strong of body, we'll say, it's pretty surprising how far he's willing to go.
Levy, I know what you are hinting at, and I know what you're trying to get at, and your father did not abandon you. He's just very busy. He's an important man.
Oh, yes, very busy. So busy that he was able to just not show up the one time he was actually needed.
You know, but he sent me. I wouldn't have met you if it wasn't for that.
Maybe. I guess there's one good thing that came out of it, for sure.
See? He does not wish you any ill will.
Well, that's good. I wish him all the ill will, but that's neither here nor there. I just was thinking, how long do we keep this up? Because I feel like if we're going to start traveling with them, wouldn't it be better that we tell them ourselves rather than getting caught?
I'm sure if the travels go on long enough, we will have to tell them, but that does not mean that we don't have to hide our skin in the daytime.
Okay, as I've heard this lecture before. I'm not.
Just because we've met some boys that you think are cute does not mean that we can tramp around revealing who you are.
I just would like to, for once, actually show my face. I think it's rather nice. I don't know why.
It's a beautiful face.
It can't be that shocking. I mean, there's more afflictions to elves than what I am.
I understand, my dear. It's... Eshna kind of messes with the ring on her left hand. It's difficult to explain. And as beautiful as your face is, and eventually I do hope that we can reveal it to the world, this is unfortunately for our safety.
Okay, I'll leave it at that for tonight. I had to at least try. I had to at least ask.
I know. Speaking of trying, the prince.
Oh, really? You think that's a good idea?
Okay, how would it not be a good idea?
House of Thorn. Big names. Equally big secret I'm trying to keep.
You're good at keeping secrets. We've done it for many years.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right.
I'm surprised you're so willing to trust them when at least Pod has shown us true colors.
Yes, and I don't like those colors.
But at least we know.
Knowing doesn't make me like them more.
Well, maybe. We'll see. I didn't sense any sparks myself, but he was very charming. He was very nice.
If anything, good connection to have. If they have their fingers in all of the colleges, that means they have their fingers in a lot of answers, my dear.
This is true. I'm just saying, you could also, use a search on somebody.
No, that is not on the table in the slightest.
Fine. Again, I will leave that alone for tonight, but I can't guarantee I will not bring it back up.
All right. We'll get some sleep.
You too, Eshna. Good night. And she just kind of flops back.
All right.
as Levy falls off to sleep and I'm kind of downing the rest of this wine and I'm humming to myself the normal songs that I hum, which are just a mix of kind of all the different kid songs that you use to put them to sleep and everything. And I take an extra blanket since she passed out on top of the cupboards and I pull it on top of her, make sure she's nice, and then I go over to the balcony and I open the door slightly and I look up to the stars.
Okay.
And I slightly finish singing the song that I'm singing, which is "You Sunshine, You Are My Sunshine."
Okay.
And it goes through all of the verses, which I'm not going to sing here because copyright. But if you're ever curious of how dark that song actually is and what Eshna is singing, feel free to look it up.
All right. 3 things happen all at once. And this is where we're going to leave off. Philo.
Before you get into it, quick question. Is this before or after our long rest?
I do go to bed. I
This
go to
is-
bed after I finish my song. I go to sleep.
You are currently looking up at the sky when this happens.
Damn it. Okay.
Pod is asleep. Philo, you are hunkering down for the night. Kind of bundled
No,
up.
I'm not.
Trying to maybe you're reading one of your many books.
I'm
taking notes.
I immediately pulled out the fucking head.
Okay, you've got the head. And you hear danger, Will Robinson, as you hold the head. And a little bit of time passes. And then you realize the ghostly apparition of your father is very much a idle animation kind of thing, kind of looking off at no one all the time. You know, just kind of standing there. You realize that he's looking right at you. The ghost is... And as you notice this, in turn, it looks away, and you hear again. Danger, Will Robinson. Second thing that happens. Pod. Screaming. And you can't escape it. And it's this discordant 3-note screaming of one shrill and desperate, one vacant and kind of falsetto, and the other one this like deep guttural sound, as before you is this statue. The bottom half is just the 2 legs, the top half splitting into 3 torsos from the hip. One of the torsos folded over and vacant. The second one just looking far away and kind of distant, and the third forcibly pushing away the other 2 torsos from her. This is the easily recognizable statue of a miss. You're back on this strange reflective surface, and in the reflection is Amora. Again, 2 legs, 3 torsos, but Amora, they're all linked together by the elbows, singing this actual chord, this beautiful tritonal chord.
Harmonious.
Yeah, very harmonious. And there's words in it, but you can't understand the words because you can't quite hear it through the reflection. But one's holding a book, one's holding a plant of some kind, and the other one is holding nothing. Is just keeping its, it's got some kind of deific pose or some kind. And you're stuck there for what feels like eternity until you wake up. And you can walk over, you can touch the stone of a miss. Nothing changes, cold rock. And then you watch as one of the stars in the sky aggressively moves. And Eshna sees it as well. And that's where we're going to leave off for the night.